Hi Cancer, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be your reading for May. Join me while I shuffle. Tune in with your higher self and your guides. Ask them to be present here for this reading and to connect with me through time and space so that we can set up a feedback loop to bring forward messages that are relevant for you and that will help you at this time with anything that is pertinent for your growth at the moment. So please don't multitask. Bring all of your awareness to this reading. I want to make sure that you make the most out of your time here and you don't miss anything important that's coming through. I'm going to have a look at the general energies available for Cancer at this time. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Quite a bit of major arcana energy in this reading. We have at the foundation of the reading Death upright. In the quadrant of you and how you see yourself, there's the World reversed paired with the Page of Pentacles. In the environment you have the World upright with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Recent past you have Empress reversed. The Hermit is the crossing card. Hopes and fears you have Chariot reversed. So from this major arcana energy, it does seem that there is some, clearly with the World and the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune all down here in this part of the reading, there is something major ending here, some kind of transition that's occurring. And it's putting you in a position where you're needing to kind of address and review and assess certain elements of your life. And in doing so, make some decisions. So let's start here at the heart of the reading. Three of Pentacles in reverse, crossed by the Hermit. So the Three of Pentacles can be about collaboration in work and creative projects. It could also be you have also the Empress here, which is also a number 3 card from the major arcana. It's in reverse. Three of Pentacles and the Empress in reverse. So what I'm feeling when I tune into that energy, it's like something that you had once set in motion that you felt very positive about, very, very happy to do, very inspired by, maybe doesn't feel quite as inspiring anymore. Or someone that you maybe were collaborating with on something is now no longer available, or something has changed and that could have something to do with like circumstances beyond your control that have changed. There may be some kind of disconnect in physical terms, you know, your relationship with someone that you've been working with, and that may be making you kind of have to, you know, first of all seek to understand like what the implications are for you. That's what the Hermit card is, the crossing energy. So the challenge for you is to look within, is to kind of find inspiration again, is to find resources, is to seek counsel, whether with yourself or with someone else. Like looking for support and insight and inspiration is something that you may be spending your time doing right now. Death as the foundational card of this reading is saying that it's almost like, you know, the cards that are down this part of the reading are saying, you know, there's a change here, that you know that it's been maybe a little bit overdue even. You see that there's sort of some kind of cycle closing out, and that may leave you with a little bit of an I was going to say emotional, but Seven of Pentacles here, there may be some financial loss that comes with some kind of closing cycle. Maybe something that was even an unexpected closing cycle, something that you had set out on, you know, not that long ago, that you felt very motivated and inspired by, has now kind of maybe changed direction and is looking different than it was. Page of Pentacles here with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, similar feeling. It's like you set out recently with a lot of optimism and positivity and potential for growth in something that you've been feeling very inspired by. But now with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here, there's a turn of events or some kind of shift in the energy that's now making things look completely different than they were when you had first set out. So it's leaving you in this state of mind where you need to reassess where you're going. What's interesting at the top of this reading is that you have 3 twos. 2 of Cups and 2 of Swords are in reverse, and 2 of Pentacles is in the upright position. What's also interesting about these two positions in the spread is that paired with the two twos that you have here are two reverse cards that describe movement. So you have Chariot. Chariot is in reverse with the Two of Cups in reverse as the Chariot, right? That's a card of direction, it's a card of travel, it's a card of movement. And then in the outcome here, you have the Two of Swords in reverse with the Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords is also a movement card, travel, changing direction, like forward motion. So seeing these four cards here, both quadrants, all the four cards are reversed. Two twos paired with two travel cards. It does sort of indicate that there is like movement, a change of direction, or maybe in a certain way that you were heading, you can now no longer go that way. And there may be some, with the two twos here, I mean, there's a topsy-turvy energy in this spread for sure. Like, the Chariot card is the Cancerian archetype from the Major Arcana. It's one of the cards that is nominated as Cancerian. So seeing it here in reverse, this quadrant of the reading is your hopes and fears, and it's paired here with the Two of Cups. So for some of you, you may be feeling a little bit like you're questioning whether or not you have inspiration to continue with a relationship. It seems like that could be about a romantic relationship or some other kind of partnership. It could also be this creative partnership, this collaboration that's now seems like no longer moving forward. There could be some fear about your significant other, whether or not you can continue with them, or if you want to continue with them. What it feels like when I tune into that energy is that you're afraid to lose them, but you're also afraid to stay. And that's a tricky point to be in. And I think that's a lot of what these upper cards in this reading are describing. It's like, you know, with the twos being in reverse position, with this movement card also in reverse, it's like you're afraid to stay, but you're afraid to go also. So you may be really unsure about what to do. And that's why this Two of Pentacles is here in the crowning card position in the middle. It's like you're very much juggling your options at this moment. You're trying to figure out what is the right decision to make, where to put your energy, which way to move. Another movement card here with this, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of small in the back of this card. It's a boat on the water. Like, there's water here, there's water in all these cards, there's travel over water. And yet, all of us at the moment are not able to go anywhere. So that's why I feel these are all in reverse. You might have a desire to move. You may have a really strong desire to move, to travel, to change location, but you feel really frustrated right now because you're not able to do so. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, I feel that you are really frustrated at this time. You feel frustrated, you feel a little impatient, you really want to move, but you feel stuck. That's Knight of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Wands is like you're like facing all these things that are coming at you that feel like they're kind of attacking you, and you would just actually want to get the fuck out of Dodge, but you're stuck. Nine of Swords, you're a little bit stuck here. You kind of have to deal with the fact that you've got to stay where you are and deal with what's in front of you and face your demons even. Some of what might be coming up here is like on a physical, mundane level, you are unable to move, you are unable to change your location. So that's making you feel a little bit frustrated and stuck because, you know, typically you would maybe deal with any challenging situations by just getting away. But in this situation, you're almost being forced here to stay where you are and deal with what it is that is kind of triggering you and making you feel frustrated and flared up. So, if, you know, as frustrating as it may feel right now, and as annoying as what I'm about to say is, if you have had a tendency in the past to kind of dodge problems or dodge your issues when they come up by just simply moving away to a different place, as much as this is a very uncomfortable and inconvenient time for all of us, we're trying to find silver lining in it, right? So if that's been your kind of modus operandi to behave that way, this could be a moment here where you sort of address that and use this opportunity to really deal with finding what is within you that you can use, like seeking the knowledge and the wisdom within you rather than trying to, you know, get away from what's challenging and difficult by physically moving away. There is an opportunity here for you to really experience a major growth spurt within you by using the time that you have here to access the wisdom within. I feel having the King of Swords upright in this reading is giving me a lot of inspiration, actually, because maybe you feel like you don't have what it takes to deal with it, but actually seeing the King of Swords here is saying that you do have what it takes to stay still and find the clarity and the knowledge and the wisdom within you. It is there. You just may have a habit of kind of turning and bouncing when things get a little bit rough and a bit challenging. That given the circumstances right now, given that you're not able to move, that we are in a situation where we do have to kind of be where we are and with who we're with, most of all ourselves. This is a chance to kind of really use this time to meditate. That's what I feel both of these cards are saying. Like, whatever it works for you. Like, I'm not here to try to tell you what you already know, which is like meditation is good for you and it's really beneficial. But however that works for you, whatever that looks like, whether that's just gardening or whatever, it doesn't have to be a traditional form of, you know, spiritual practice. It can be whatever you like to do to help you find one-pointedness or clarity of mind, or however you are able to, whatever practice you use to help alleviate anxiety and stress. That's all I'm talking about here. It's just, it's really practical. It's a practical application of, you know, different practices or techniques that will just simply help you feel more calm and more in your own energy in a way that feels like you're not avoiding any problems that you have. You're not feeling like you're under attack, but you're just like bringing all of your energy into yourself and focusing on your breath or on your creativity and whatever ways you know how to do to help you feel like you're all here, you're all present, you're here, you're now, and you're dealing with what's in front of you, and you're not trying to avoid complications or difficulties by running away or coping with whatever other methods you would choose to cope with. Let me just check over here and see if there's anything else. The Ten of Cups in reverse in the outcome position of this reading. If there is some unhappiness at home, like there could be with these Two of Cups here and even the Three of Pentacles, you know, if there's some unhappiness or discomfort at home, this could be a really, really challenging time for some of you, you know, if you're unable to actually move. But as I said, like, I think it's going to be important for some of you watching this to find ways to carve out time for yourself in the conditions that you're under, and really work with the energy that the Hermit is bringing to this reading to kind of seek within, to counsel with yourself, to look for the light inside you through going internally, through meditation or through whatever type of spiritual practice you like, whether it's painting or whatever, to access that energy within that you can help alleviate some of the tension and stress that you may be experiencing in your physical reality by looking within, going within. I know that sounds corny as hell, and for some of you that may be just like not really helpful at all, but that's basically what I can see here in this reading. Okay, Cancer, thank you so much for watching. Oh wait, I'm going to go ahead now and just lay out these cards for the Higher Octave reading. So using the Voyager deck, we're going to look at some, there's the Hermit again. I just split the deck there. Ace of Crystals. So the Higher Octave reading is designed to provide a little more insight into forces at play, any spiritual karmic energies that we may not be aware of, to help understand the circumstances and to best understand how to proceed forward with the lessons that we're dealing with at this time. So tune in again, send your energy into the deck so I can get really clear messages for you. Let's give one more. have a look. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, okay. There's the Hierophant, crossed by the 8 of Cups. 6 of Swords reversed, it's the same card there. There's Tower reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed, it's the same card we had at the heart of the reading in the first spread. 6 of Pentacles. 8 of Crystals. Judgment reversed. Page of Swords, Emperor. High Priestess reversed. 3 of Cups reversed. 7 of Wands, that's this card here. And Wheel of Fortune reversed, which we actually had in the same position, exactly the same orientation in the previous reading. Alright, Cancer, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave it there for the general reading. If you want to hear the interpretation of this spread, you can click the link in the description box below to get to that reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some things in there that you can work with, things that will help guide you along the way. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.